I'm talking about actual, actionable things that you can do in your business to address specific problems. That's what I do. When Dave talks business, I mean business.
We have Dave Kramer, the founder of All Pro Web Tools.
Dave has worn many hats over the years as a small business owner.
Well, I really feel that small business is the core of the American economy.
Amen.
You were the first person that ever gave me actual helpful advice for my business. Dave's got a lot of experience. He's doing this whole thing of Dave Talks Business. And let's chat about that really fast. What does that mean?
Well, kind of like what you were saying, I've been coaching my friends who are in business for as long as I can remember, and I never really made it an actual business or an actual thing. It's just something I kind of did on the side, and it really comes from a deep down passion that I have for small business.
So I noticed over the last 15, 20 years, I was always being asked by my friends and neighbors, they're saying, hey, I'm going to start a business. What should I do about this? Or I'm having a problem with my employees. What would you do? And so I was always giving away free advice, and I enjoyed doing it.
And I've had a lot of my friends, including you, tell me, you really should do this more professionally, more regularly. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll get to it later. And so I've been kicking this idea around for the last 4 years. And finally, January 1st of 2021, I was just like, I got to do this now. And even if my video quality isn't quite up to snuff, and if my audio is not quite there, I just have to start, because I know I can always improve from that point forward. So January 1st, launched my first video on YouTube.
After watching all your videos, I got super pumped, and I made a list of some things that I needed to do.
So I'd like to talk a little bit about how to treat your business coach. Number one on my list is don't miss your appointments. In my opinion, you have to be organized to run a business. And if you're not organized enough to show up for your appointments, and you're not setting calendar alerts or reminders on your phone, which is very easy to do, then I'm really not going to feel bad for you when you miss your appointments. And I'm not going to call you to remind you for your appointments. You've got to be responsible. And you've got to understand that there is a cadence and a strategy to the coaching that you're receiving. When you miss out on an appointment, that entire momentum gets thrown off, and you're not going to be successful. And who are you going to hold responsible when your coaching doesn't go well? Perhaps the coach? That wouldn't be fair if you're not showing up for your appointments. Coaching really is a partnership, and you've got to be committed to your coach, and your coach has to be committed to you.
What I ask from you is that try to stay as focused as you can when we're having our meetings. I understand you're a business owner, our phones are going to ring, things are going to happen, totally get that. But we want to try to stay focused during these calls. I will also have to ask you a lot of tough questions to help you reach your goals. So be prepared for that. Do you agree to all of the above?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. You have my number. You can get a hold of me. If you have to put things on pause, that's okay. But you have made a friend, you've made a connection, you've made a business ally that you're not going to lose. I will be holding your hand the whole way, okay?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
The next thing on my list is that you really should do the homework that you're assigned. And don't think of it as some kind of extra work that's being assigned to you. Really, all your homework is going to be is activities that you should be doing in your business anyway. So if you're not taking the advice and you're not implementing the homework assigned, then you're really not going to benefit from the coaching.
You have to do a lot of work up front. But once you create that recipe, you don't have to work anymore.
I took your advice last week, and when told me that I should go ahead and go in and make All Pro Web Tools do this particular thing, I said, that is a great idea. You should go put it in as an SOP and let me see what's going on.
Oh, that is
And
so wonderful.
He immediately rolled his eyes all the way back here to the back of his head and went, fine. But my husband was like, I have never seen you do that before. That was actually really cool. So that was really cool.
Oh, I love hearing about a win. That's awesome.
So what are some of the benefits of working with a business coach? Well, number one on my list is it's a shoulder to cry on. I think that being an entrepreneur, means that you are really on an island of isolation. Your friends and family just don't understand what you go through as a business owner, and they don't understand your challenges. So working with a coach who's been through it, you're going to have someone who understands and can actually give you some advice.
We all get overwhelmed, and that's why having a coach is so helpful, because they're not stuck in the business and they can see it from the outside in and try to compartmentalize the different sections. So I was able to ask you some questions to quickly find out where you're at in your business and then what your current sticking point is. And will it just get you unstuck? And I'm sure there's going to be a new challenge that's going to come up. Like you said, after you start getting your first few clients, new challenges are going to arise.
Another really great advantage of working with a business coach who is actually a business owner and has been in business for many, many years is over the years, that person has created really good friendships and connections with other business owners. So when you are working with that coach, you actually are getting access to their entire network of professionals. And this can save you so much time and money from hiring the wrong people to work with. So you think about accountants, you think about attorneys, you think about marketers. There are a lot out there who don't really provide the best service and aren't going to do the best job for you. And if you learn that through trial and error, you might spend a lot of money on the wrong people before you find that right person. Another benefit is learning from others' mistakes. So with a coach, first of all, if they've been a business owner themselves, they've made some mistakes. And so they can help you to see those problems before you have to go through them. But something else to think about, somebody who's been coaching business owners for many, many years has also heard the stories of those business owners who have made mistakes and has also heard some of the shortcuts that they have found to success. So you are getting access to all of this knowledge, not only from the personal experiences of your coach, but all of the business owners that he has coached over the years. It's a huge value.
Okay, well, I got a few questions for you. We can kind of walk through this together. I can assure you that I've been in that place where you are right now. So instead of putting in all this effort and time and work to try to find one customer for yourself that wants one notary and then they're done, it's easier to spend a lot of time and effort finding people like the orthodontist finding a dentist and making friends with one dentist, because that one dentist has 50 customers, and then he can send those 50 customers to his friend.
It's good. And I never thought about it. Yes, it does. It makes a lot of sense. Yes.
All right.
Another thing to remember is when you're starting your business, you don't know what you don't know. And you really want to be prepared for all the eventualities that are going to happen in your business. So it's really a good investment to work with a coach, spend some time with them, spend some money on your coach to really shortcut you towards success and help you to avoid a lot of the problems that can come along.
If you spend just a few dollars with me right now and avoid wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars doing the wrong things or starting the wrong business or hiring so official and not having landing pages, you're actually losing so much. You're losing your time, you're losing your money, and you're losing your reputation with so official and with all those people. So I think it's a good thing that you and I spend a little bit of time thinking and not doing, just talking and not doing, because we're going to want to make sure that we have a good, solid plan.
When you are paying money for business coaching, is that an expense or an investment? It might be expensive. It might cost you a few $100s. But how much will it cost you when you make a mistake and you hire the wrong person, or you are working with the wrong vendor, or you start your company off completely in the wrong direction and then you have to change course and go back the other direction? These can be extremely costly and can cost thousands of dollars. So really, just spending 1 hour of time with your coach can save you hours of headache and potentially hundreds or thousands of dollars.
I'm excited now. I feel more capable. I feel, like
I can do this.
Something else when you work with me as a coach is it's not just the time that we spend together that you're paying for. I also do homework and research when we're not together. And then I bring that information back to you in our next session. So the amount of money that you're spending on your coaching isn't just for that specific hour of time that you're working with your coach. Another benefit of working with someone who has been down that road and has already been through all those experiences of a business owner, if you look at yourself and you look at your life, is it chaotic? Are you running from one thing to the next? Is your inbox full of emails that you need to go through? Do you have tons of voicemails you haven't gotten back to? This is what happens when you're running your business in a reactive manner rather than a proactive manner. I personally run 2 businesses right now. And if you've observed my personality, I'm pretty laid back. I've pretty much got everything under control, and I have a team, I have staff who are taking care of things, and I have systems and processes in place, and I also have remote oversight so that I can see what's going on in my company without being micromanaging. So I have a sense of stability and faith in my business and my team doesn't feel stressed out that they're constantly being micromanaged, and they're able to settle into their job and really perform really well for me. So a benefit of working with somebody like me is I can help you to avoid the chaos and to help you get things a little more streamlined, a little more under control, so that you have more time, more free time. I mean, that's why you started your business in the first place anyway, right?
It's definitely been changing my mindset over a big period.
That's good. That's what I want to hear. And this whole move to the new location should not be too scary, because we've been talking about you've got the money in your business, the recurring revenue, what's happening in your business is looking good right now. And we know that to continue that, we need the facility.
So during this video, I've used the word coach a lot, and I really have a problem with that terminology for the service that I provide. I think that the word coach, especially when it comes to business coaches, has been quite overused. And there are a number of people out there who coaching is the first business they've ever run. So how can they advise you on how to run a business if they haven't run a business themselves? I am currently actively running 2 businesses. So I'm in the field, I'm experiencing the same things that you're experiencing, and I come up with strategies to help to mitigate those problems.
I really like this. I'm going to try this today.
You know, we hear a lot about motivational coaching, we hear mindset coaching, and we hear about accountability coaches. I am none of these. First of all, I don't think that if you run a business that you really should need motivational coaching.
Something else I don't understand, motivation tapes, motivation books. What happened here? Suddenly everybody needs to be motivated? It's a fairly simple thing. Either you want to do something or you don't. What's the big mystery? Besides, if you're motivated enough to go to the store to buy a motivation book, aren't you motivated enough to do that? So you don't need the book. Put it back. I'm motivated. I'm going home.
You really should be self-motivated if you're going to run a business. If you're not, it's not going to succeed. Another thing that we hear about is mindset coaching, and that's not my forte. And then there's accountability coaching, which I think is really intrinsic to the coaching relationship. So I don't really think you need a specific coach just to remind you of the things that you promised to do last week. For me, when we set homework assignments, I'm going to ask you about those homework assignments in our next meeting. So I guess that's your accountability.
All right, let's check in on Vincent. How's things going for you?
Hey guys, how's it going? It's going well. I started after we had that conversation last time. I don't know, it was last week, maybe a week before. I started using the tasks a lot with my assistant. So that's been going well.
What makes me different in the service that I provide is that I am a nuts and bolts coach. I do not do motivation. I do not do mindset. I do not do accountability. I'm talking about actual, actionable things that you can do in your business to address specific problems. That's what I do. And these problems can come in a range of topics. They can come from employee management, strategy, they can come from marketing, they can be a number of things, even technology related things, ways to optimize the workflow for yourself and your team, even suggestions on software. There's just a number of things that I can help with that come from my personal experience. And it's nuts and bolts. When Dave talks business, I mean business. So I'd like to give you an example of someone who wants to improve their physique. So they go to a gym and they purchase a 1-day pass to the gym. They work out all day, they eat salad all day, and then they go home and they never return to the gym. Are they going to achieve the results that they're looking for? We all know they won't. We all know that it takes time and it takes a repeated effort in order to achieve those long-term results that you're looking for. And it is no different when it comes to business coaching. It is something that you need to commit to. And so for this reason, I do not offer 1-hour coaching sessions. I offer blocks of time. I offer block sessions. So you're going to purchase at least 3 months of coaching, 6 months or a year. And that really shows your commitment to the process and really gets some skin in the game from you to commit to this coaching process. And you really are not going to want to miss any of your appointments, and you're going to want to do your homework. And that is how you're going to see success. When you find a really good business coach to help you strategize your business, this is more like a partnership than hiring a vendor or working with an employee. Typically, employees ask you for the training. Employees are constantly putting demands on you to help them. But when you work with a coach, the coach is adding value. Every conversation you have with your business coach should result in new ideas and new goals for you and your company. You should be receiving value from those communications. Hey, thanks for watching. So how did I do? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have an idea for a video I should do in the future, you can put that in the comments too. I also have a free small business resource toolkit available on my website. You can find the link in the description below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. And you can also subscribe right here. And there's another great video that will help your small business right here.